व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। You stopped at the third. Please lead. So Dhyana Yoga, an exercise which involves the Antakarana. And the Antakarana should be relatively light, not heavy. Heavy with pressures, heavy with some raga-dvesha, reactive. If the Antakarana is too reactive, then such an Antakarana finds it very difficult to stay. The whole exercise in Dhyana is stay. Stay with Sajatiya vritti. Remember? Sajatiya. So the vritti that is of the same kind. Sajatiya vritti pravaha. And Vijatiya vritti rahita. Vijatiya means whatever else other than the same kind. Even in Dhyana, there are two kinds. One is Saguna Brahma Vishaya Sajatiya vritti. Saguna Brahma Vishaya. This is not here. This is just elaborating on Dhyana. Saguna Brahma. What is this Saguna Brahma? So Guna means name and form. So Saguna Brahma. So you think of Brahman with name and form. So you think of an idol, a Bhagavan, and then you can offer flowers, you can offer puja. All that is good. Correct? So that is Saguna Brahma. You can do Manasa Vyapara in the form of Manasa Puja. Manasa Vyapara is the exercise of the Manasa in the form of Manasa Puja. So that is Saguna Brahma Vishaya. One generally starts with Saguna Brahma Vishaya because it is easy to visualize. You can visualize the deity, your Ishta Devata, and offer Manasa Puja. So all that you do outside in an external puja, so you wash, you have Abhisheka, then all Chandana, Kumkum, and then Vastram, Gandham, flowers, Dhupam, and the same thing elaborately you can do as Manasa Puja. How it helps is when the mind goes elsewhere during the puja, at least you can say, I have finished the puja, mind come back. finish this. It takes long for the food puja to finish. It will take about 10-15 minutes if you do everything properly. At least for that time, the mind, the thoughts, the antakarana stays on the form, stays on the puja. And even if it goes out, you say, no, this is a puja, I must finish it. So it is a help. So you find for 15 minutes, you help your thoughts stay with you. So they get what is called Naischalya Bhava. Naischalya. Chala means moving. Naischalya means stay. So you begin with Saguna, Brahma Vishaya, Manasa Vyapara. Then you move to Nirguna Brahma Vishaya. What is this Nirguna Brahma? Nirguna, no forms. So the formless, the infinite. How are you going to meditate on the formless? How are you going to meditate on the infinite? Satchidananda. How are you going to? So that is called Nididhyasa. Meditating on the meditator, because you are Satchidananda. Is it not? You meditate on you, not the form, not your clothes. Your clothes is your body, mind, sense organs. So meditation on the body, mind, sense complex, we are doing all our life. So what to do, where to go, what to see, what to eat, what to do, goes on. Now, Nididhyasana is you move your attention from your clothes to Satchidananda. Nididhyasana. That is called Nirguna Brahma Vishaya Manasa Vyapara. Nirguna Brahma. Just meditating on the consciousness. For all this, you need a non-reactive antakarana. So till verse 3, we saw how we get there. Now let us proceed. Let us verse 4. Yada indriyateshu na karmasvan shachyate sarva sankalpa sannyasi yogarudhastadochyate yada indriyateshu na karmasvan shachyate sarva sankalpa sannyasi yogarudhastadochyate. Yada, when Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi, Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi, this has been described in the previous verse. So Sankalpa, this pressure that makes us run from something else to something else all the time. Some rather pressure or some desire, some pressure. So Sankalpa, as we saw yesterday, has many meanings. Sankalpa in context of prayer can mean an intention. Sankalpa can also mean a pressure pushing you from one to another object. So yesterday we saw how this Sankalpas, the strength of these Sankalpas has to be reduced. These pressures have to be tackled. How are pressures going to be tackled? You cannot say, oh please don't talk to me. You have to tackle them by another means. What does that mean? Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga tackles these pressures. Then a person who is steady in Karma Yoga, he is called Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi. Sannyasi means he has up when really the pressures have given him up. This person is useless, he cannot pressurize. So both ways it happens. This person gives up the pressures and the pressures fail to trouble this person. It is exactly like, so initially you have a big group of friends and they call you, come here, do this, do that, let us go here, let us chit chat, let us do that and that. So you do it very happily. Then you take up some new hobby. So you take up a new hobby. You take up something which occupies all your time and attention. It could be anything. Then or you take up Vedanta, where you need to spend time. So then they keep asking you, so will you come, will you do it? Every time you say, no, sorry, I'm occupied. Finally, they give up on you. They stop asking you. Correct? First you give up on them, and I'm sorry, I can't come. Finally, they think, hey, this person is a gone case, she's not going to come. So don't ask. Correct? That's what happens here. Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi, this sannyasi gives up these pressures, reduces the weight of these pressures, the strength of these pressures. Later on, these pressures have no strength over the sannyasi. They may be there, they have no power. So, yada, when such as Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi na anushajjate, he doesn't hold on to it. He's not disturbed, he doesn't hold on to it. He doesn't hold on to what? Indriya artheshu karmasu. He doesn't hold on to anything in the realm of Indriya artheshu. What is Indriya artha? Sense objects. You remember yesterday we did artha kama, dharma artha kama, moksha. They say there are 4 purusharthas. Really speaking, there is only 2. There is only dharma, moksha. Artha kama is karma phala. Is it not? What you do, what you can do is see that you perform actions in accordance with dharma. You need not run after artha. It need not be a purusha. It is there in that list already. It need not be there. Because if you perform your actions in accordance to dharma, the whole order is cyclic. Dharma brings artha kama. Correct? Now, look back to this verse. Indriya artheshu na anushajjate. Indriya artheshu, in the realm of sense objects, this person, who is this person? Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi. He doesn't hold on to anything. He doesn't need to hold on to anything, either physically or even mentally. That is what we call Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi. He doesn't hold on to even an idea, this should be this way. Nothing. Now I have to ask you, this Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi does not hold on to anything physically or mentally. Anything in the realm of Indriya Artha. Why? Who will hold on to Indriya Artha? Why would you be attached?
Indriya doesn't demand. It doesn't demand anything from ego.
So Indriya Artha, in the realm of Indriya Arthas, general tendency is to get something you want to hold on to. Don't want to use it. If you don't want something, you won't focus it, get rid of it. Correct? Here he says he doesn't choice, he has to enjoy it. Are you understanding? Artha kama is your karma phala, is your prarabdha. According to your karma phala, it will come your way. You have to enjoy it. He need not run after it or hold on to it because he need not be in charge. He is in charge of dharma. He uses his will for the sake of dharma. If that happens, there is no pressure in living at all. My focus is I have to do what I ought to do. Why should I worry about Artha? That will take its own course. Therefore, he doesn't hold on to it. This is a very, very revolutionary way of thinking. Because the whole world thinks exactly the opposite. That is why it comes as a shock. How can you not worry about your Artha, wealth, and your pleasures? How can you? How can I live if I don't think what will happen? Where will I get my meal? How can I? This is how people think. And that is why, if you are going to worry about Artha Kama, please understand. First of all, it is not a Purushartha. You can run after it, but it is not in your hands. Are you able to see? Neither is Artha in your hands, neither is Kama in your hands. You can struggle, you may not get Artha. You can struggle to enjoy something, but you won't be capable. The body or something, you won't have the capacity to enjoy. Are you following? Therefore, Artha Kama is not in your hands. What is not in your hands is karma phala, isn't it? Lord Krishna has said that earlier. What is in your hands? Karma phala. Ma phaleshu pladachana. The first part? Karma te adhikara. Correct? Te adhikara, your business. This person is now living like that. See, this is a repetition of Karma Yoga, but shining in this person. There he gave the instruction, here it shines. Where he said, your business. The adhikara is karma alone. Ma karma phaleshu kadachana. Never in karma phala. Now please think in an organized, systematic, logical manner. Think. Artha and Kama are both karma phalas. You have no say in the matter. Your job, your say is whether you want to perform action according to dharma or not according to dharma. That is your choice. Your choice is whether you want to discover you are mukta or you want to continue feeling I am so limited and I am so small and useless. That is your choice. Therefore, dharma and moksha are purusharthas. They are where your effort should be. Keep doing your work according to dharma. So here that quality shows. Sarva sankalpa sannyasi indriya artheshu, in the realm of sense objects. Sense objects means Artha and Kama. Artha and Kama. And also, he says karmasu also. Karmasu means he doesn't hold on to any particular action also. Which means actions govern, hold on to action. Anushanchate here means hold on because of raga-dvesha. So karmasu here refers to actions in the realm of raga-dvesha. He does not have any pressure to act, pressure not to act. Sarva sankalpa sannyasi. He just flows with dharma. What is dharma? The natural intelligence, the natural order of things. He just flows with it. Therefore, there is no, if there is an action that causes, that is difficult, that is painful for him to do, but is what you call a free person. This is what sannyasa means. Inside you.
We say Artha Kama is karma. Even moksha we are. So the only purushartha would be dharma.
It's true. But moksha, why we say it's a purushartha? Because everybody is mukta. But it's of no use if you don't know it. Zero use. It's like you are a multi-millionaire. No use if you don't know it. Because you'll be crying. Correct? So therefore, moksha is a purushartha because you have to make your business to know it. That is why you have to, purushartha means you have to run after. Knowing, just knowing that I am free. Therefore there is effort. Just to know it, there is effort. It's true, you don't have to get it. It is there, but it's of no use. Is it not? You know, the effort is to discover. That is why purushartha. I have to spend all that time discovering, making the antakarana, first of all, big job. Making the antakarana ready to discover. Then discovering. Then thinking about it. Can it be true? Am I really like that? Then after that also it's not over. Then you have to do nididhyasana. So you have to repeat that yes, I am Satchidananda, I am Mukta. You have to tell yourself. You know? Otherwise you will be like that Baba story. Remember that Baba's association. I told you, the Baba's association is performing Ram Leela. Isn't it? For Dasera. Baba's association will always talk about only cutting beard and hair and what would be like a sheen or a this and that. They practice. They have practiced for Ram Leela, they are ready. For many months they have practiced. But on the day when there is fear and nervousness and then they have one or two, so they are very happy. Then, so their dialogues are going on. Suddenly, so somebody asked Jambavan is that bear, with a lot of hair and oh, what would you like to have? Full shave or only haircut? Baba's association. Won't go. Similarly, our traits from so much for so long, so much time. It's like that I am there this much, I am useless. And I have this problem and I have this weakness and I know it and then others add on to it and say you are this way, you are that way, you are that way. So it's all so deeply reinforced. Therefore I have to sit with myself and tell myself, I am not equal to my clothes. I am bigger than my clothes. Is that not purushartha? Therefore, for moksha, I may be mukta, but I have to take a lot of pains in just staying with that knowledge. Otherwise, it is zero use to me. Correct? No use. I keep forgetting. That is why it's a moksha.
Then, why does this moksha, when we talk about it, as in Atma-Buddha, they say, Rathasmarani, which is Sastuda. Why not throughout the day? Because you start with that early morning, so that you are reminded of it, and you stay. But that should continue.
We should continue. Chances are early morning when you think of something. The hope is it will stay with you. If and when you get the space. You get the space in the day sometimes. It should come back. See, in the day we are busy performing karma. Sometimes you get some space. Especially when something is bothering you. That time when you are irritated, it's a good space. What for am I irritated? So I am actually Satchidananda, the clothes are irritated, all right, let them be irritated and get over it. Get on with the job now. They have to use it. So, this Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi is not Pressures are given him up, and he has given the pressure. Both things. So, na anushajyate indriya artheshu karmasu, even with respect to karmasu, even with respect to action. Karmasu, in action, with respect to action, or with respect to objects, sense objects. He is not, it doesn't hold on to anything. Then, tada, yada, so when this person, yada sarva sankalpa sannyasi, karmasu indriya artheshu na anushajyate, tada, then this person yoga rudaha uchyate. Tada, this person, that person, yoga ruda uchyate. He is called uchyate, he is said to be, he is called yoga arudha. Yoga arudha means established. Arudha means well grounded, well established in yoga. Yoga arudha tadichyate. So this was karma yoga. This is the effect of karma yoga. He becomes established in a karma yoga, in this karma yoga, whereby no pressures. Effect is no pressures. Karma yoga was, he started with a lot of pressures, now there is no pressures. Then,
just elaborate on this Shama, because third verse, second line, say, Yoga Aruchate and Yoga Aruchate, Shama Kara.
verse
Shama.
Shama is this capacity of thoughts to withdraw. Not easy. Shama is not easy. Because thoughts are they are stubborn in nature. Then you worry. You don't want, who wants to worry? Correct? So you actually tell yourself, I should stop worrying. Stubborn. Thoughts are of a stubborn nature, whatever the thought. Suppose you have somebody, you have been insulted by somebody. You don't want to remember. So you want to let it dissolve. The memory is stubborn. At such times, the capacity to withdraw, never mind it has happened, it is all at the level of my costume. All stubborn thoughts are at the level of this costume. To reduce their stubbornness and to withdraw, that is your quality of Shama. They may be there, so many thoughts bothering you. Let them be there. I don't nourish them anymore. I don't feed them. Withdraw. Bring the thoughts to something else. In this sense, this japa is very useful. To help you in Shama in the beginning. Japa is extremely useful. So whenever there is a thought bothering you, you replace it with that japa mantra. You are worried, what is happening? You replace. Om Namah Shivaya. Again worried. Om Namah Shivaya. You keep replacing. Very, very useful. It's a tool, really speaking, for Shama. Till the thoughts, the antakarana develop a discipline. They know. They have their. So thoughts, the antakarana is very sharp, very sensitive. You know, when we say antakarana, nowadays it's very interesting. These scientists are doing a lot of research on all these things, you know, on how meditation works, on how withdrawing thought works. They are analyzing the actual formation of the brain. Now we are going to the structure of the brain and see the same thing happens. They are trying to prove the same thing. If you look at the structure of the brain Anything you repeat forms an association. That is why anything new in the beginning is hard, because there was no association. Correct? So anything new is a little difficult because the brain is used to, now I'm talking about the physical brain, I'm not talking about, but the same thing, the brain is nothing but expression of, it's the physical organ expressing the thoughts. So I'm showing you a parallel now, since you asked for Shama. So this brain, first of all, when the baby is born, there is an already existing brain, already existing connections from where? From the mother and the father, from their conversation, from what she thinks, what she does, how she feels, from her reactions. So suppose the mother gets very hyper excited, the same connection forms in the brain. We're just talking physically. This is all I'm telling you about science. This is what they've found out and proved. That is why they say this pregnant lady so should lead, some nice lives. You'll just be happy. Whatever she wants, give her. So don't ask her, don't let her be longing for anything, just give her, let her be happy. And let her listen to some nice soothing music and some spiritual something. So anything that keeps her peaceful. Why? Because that impacts at least the brain of the little one. Already associations at a very minimal level are formed. That is the basic brain this baby is born in. Only one fraction is ready of that brain. After the baby is born, these associations develop further. By, again, the same background, the parents, the grandparents, associations. Now this child has a set brain with set associations. So this will give me joy, this will give me sorrow, this is that, this is so all set. What the child has learned. So whatever. For example, that is why you find the mother tongue is so easy. Because association has happened before being born, you see. The parents speak in that language. And then from the time the baby is born, the baby hears. So even if the baby has 3-4 languages, the baby will pick up. Because that's the way the brain makes connections. So now, set connections. They are like grooves. The thoughts will naturally go wherever connections are set. Why? Because there is no resistance. It's easy. Anything that's set, there's no resistance. Now comes a time where you have to make new associations. That is why children, we give them so much activity. That is the time they make new associations. So much different activity, painting, drawing, skipping, jumping, and then, badminton, karate, music, so many. For each one of them, now the brain is making new associations. Not difficult for a child because the brain is still growing. That is why all these arts and sciences are learned from childhood as this child sees the parents. Nothing is forced upon the child. But the child sees, forms associations. So it's easy. Even the nature of the child is formed at that time. Thought associations, easy. Now as we grow up, we realize this is the way I am. Either one is I go along with my existing nature, or I realize I want to alter it, I want to modify it, I want to make it better. So suppose I am a short-tempered person, I can say, no, that's the way I am, too bad, you all put better there. Or I can say, no, I have to form a new association. A new thought association in the brain is very hard because as we grow, the older associations are formed. New associations take effort. It is not difficult. You can form new associations even when you are 94 years That is how the brain forms its association. And they show you diagrams how, they're like branches of a tree.
They're called neuro pathways.
Yeah, neural pathway. They form association, and the old pathway which you are not using, that it's not nourished, so it breaks. Whatever you nourish will grow. Whatever you think of will be nourished, will grow. So therefore, now you see the choice is yours. Now you see how Vedanta works. When Vedanta says you can think of higher thoughts, you can look into your nature, you can reduce your pressures. What are we doing? If you compare it to what scientists are saying, we are cutting off old pathways and linking to new pathways. Effort, all right, but worth it. Till you find the new pathway is so simple, it becomes a part of your nature, it goes into what they call subconscious account. It's like driving a car. Initially you have to look here, there. Later on it is. Somebody else drives, you are doing something else. Isn't it? You are talking, you are eating, you are planning sometimes. And how you drive and you know exactly when to press the brake. Those pathways have taken over. Are you able to see? Same way, Shama has to be learned. Why am I saying all this for Shama? So far, because you didn't know, wherever your thoughts go, so if you worry, you say, I am helpless, I am worried, I am. Now what we are saying is, no, you can change it. It's not worth worrying. Bring it back. Very difficult, it won't come back. It will go back there. It doesn't matter. The key is repetition. You can repeat 100 times, 1,000 times, 10,000 times. You keep repeating till your thoughts get the message and a new pathway is formed. They will not go, they will not be destroyed. That is the clue for dhyana. It's how dhyana works. Repetition. In the same thing, not repeating, the same thing every day. That is how Shama works. You just bring it back to whatever you don't want to think of. You decide. Which means, another thing is important. For Shama to work, you have to be a highly alert person. To realize that you are, I don't want to be in self-pity. I don't want to be irritated. I don't want to be agitated. I don't want to worry. You have to be highly alert that you are worrying. If you don't know that you are worrying, then correct? A lot of people don't know what they are thinking. They are not aware of their thoughts. So 5 hours have gone. What have they done? They don't know what they're doing. They've been torturing themselves. There was a story about Victor Hugo, how he did it. Victor Hugo was a great French author. So Victor Hugo, he went through a very bad time in his life. And he was, to overcome all his pain and sorrow and all his misery, misfortune, he went through misfortune. He went away to live in another small village, small place he lived. And every day, the children of the village used to see him next to this pond and throwing pebbles one by one. Just throwing pebbles. And every day he did that. And one fine day, this one girl who was a little bold, she came and asked him, so, why do you do this? You look very sad. Why do you do this? What is the purpose of throwing pebbles into our pond like that? He said, no, I'm not throwing pebbles. I'm throwing self-pity. Which means he's not able to do it mentally. He's taking a physical action to do it. Which means self-pity has engulfed him. This is his attempt in Shama. It's the same thing. His attempt, and he will succeed. So he's using a physical action. So this is self-pity, throw it away. I don't want it.